Are you swinging for the fences, just trying to make a big splash, or are you hitting singles and doubles every single day? Well, let's talk about each of these and really just the why behind them today. Happy Friday, friends. Thomas Joyner with Business on Purpose here. Hope you're doing well, and glad you're here with us today. So a few years ago, a movie that I just kind of got hooked on came out called Moneyball. And it chronicled the rise of the Oakland Athletics baseball club and just kind of their revolutionary approach to the game. And their GM, by the name of Beane, kind of realized something. He realized that they just didn't have the capital, the money, to play the game the way that the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Dodgers played the game. Their strategy was based kind of off of signing these big-name free agents that could just swing for the fence and produce home runs or have a high batting average as power players. You know, you kind of get a few guys on base, hit a home run, win the game. It's simple, but it's expensive. Super, super expensive. And so for a small market team like Oakland, what Beane realized was that there was a different way to run his organization. He started looking at these kind of often forgotten stats like on-base percentage as a way to manufacture runs, and he began a new age of what is known as sabermetrics in the major leagues. And it's really the way that every single organization runs its ball club now. A better way of doing things and done completely different than the year after year after year thought in Major League Baseball. So why is this such a big deal? Well, a lot of those high-paid players hit slumps. They struck out a ton, and that really means that they're ineffective. And with their unbelievably high payroll, it put a huge amount of stress on the finances of the organization. But low-paid players hired to fill a role and produce created dividends over and over and over again. So if you kind of look at your business in this light, what's your strategy? Is it making the high-priced move and hoping you hit the home run, or is it base hits, base hits, base hits? The problem is base hits aren't sexy, right? They aren't what books get written about or what we brag about to our friends and colleagues after work. Home runs is where the glory resides, the walk-off, right? Well, that is until it puts you under or until you start making less on those bigger deals than you ever thought. You see, here's what happens. And we've seen this half a dozen times already this year with businesses that we coach. That one big deal comes across your desk, that one you've been waiting for. It's a home run in every possible way. So what do? You take it and you say, well, we'll just figure out how to make it happen, and the profits will be so much higher that we'll figure out the back end later. That's what you think. So you sign the deal, then you go to work figuring out the numbers. All right, if we do this, we have to hire a new crew, and if we hire a new crew, we'll need a new project manager to be over that team. Well, that PM's going to need a truck to get around to job sites. They're going to need a new trailer. They're going to need tools, embroidered collared shirts, and then, well, the project had a snag. So now they need some overtime to get it finished. Whoops, now our supply chain's backed up, so our guys are on the clock longer and really can't get material, so we're paying them to work slower or do other jobs around the business. Or maybe it looks like this. Oh, we'll just hire a sub crew, right? We won't have W-2 guys, and that'll save us on payroll taxes. Then we can just use them as needed for this massive job. Well, that works until you have no leverage and the guys walk off your job, right? You show up on Tuesday morning expecting your guys to be there. No, they're on a higher paying job somewhere else. You're stuck with a deadline and a rapidly shrinking margin. You look up at the end of the year and somehow your top line was 30, 40, 50% higher than the year before. I mean, you hit a home run with this new deal, right? But then you look down at the bottom line, at your profit, and it's smaller than the year before. And it's frustrating, and it's devastating, and it's just like, why am I hitting my head against the wall doing business this way? And on it goes. You can laugh and say, Thomas, this will never happen, but we're seeing it time and time again. Base hits, friends, it's not flashy. Like I said, it's not sexy, but it's the way to win. Why? Because as you grow your business with base hits, you begin to build processes that work. You build systems that can handle the steadily growing business. The foundation's rock solid so that when that big deal comes through, you're ready to handle it. If you watch Shark Tank at all, which we watch all the time, they use this phrase, drowning in opportunity. The entrepreneurs on there, they grew too fast. They got too excited about all the potential revenue that we can bring in, and they didn't take the time to build their business the right way. So they're sitting there with purchase orders that they don't have a chance to fill without going into massive amount of debts. Their manufacturing's a mess. Their distribution's a nightmare. Oh, but they've got purchase orders. No, they're drowning in opportunity, and they need an investment to stay in business. That's not the way to stay in business. That's not the way to do and run your business. Base hits, guys. Base hits. So if you're honest with yourself, what kind of business, what kind of baseball game are you playing in your business? Are you relying on the home run? You're relying on that kind of whale of a client who, if they left, man, it would hurt. It's not sustainable. It's not a responsible way to run your business, care for your employees, or any of that. It leaves you vulnerable on every single side and at the mercy of making that one deal happen. Or are you playing Moneyball with your business? Are you finding these creative ways to play the game and creative ways to innovate along the way, all the while building a foundation that's ready to handle whatever's thrown at you? That's the way we do it. As we love to say around here, there's no competition for a well-run business. It's so true, and we'd love to help you find the right way to run your business. Hey, if you haven't checked out our podcast or our YouTube channel, we have so much content on there teaching you how to run a well-run business. Check it out, subscribe, jump on there. We would love to be a part of your business journey. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care.